Welcome to your Swan Barre workout. We'll start in first position, belly in, tailbone slightly tucked under, big shoulder rolls to the back. We've got Julie with us today, so she can be our expert counter.
You're welcome.
Everyone will be very happy for that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll the shoulders down and back. And demi-plie. Really squeeze your thighs together at the top, getting through our warm-up. Last 8. You want to keep your muscles kind of fired and active, and that's going to help keep your knees safe and help you warm up a little bit faster. Very good. Reach that left arm up over the head, lunge you to the front, and lift the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every time you lift the leg up, feel the belly button pull in toward the spine. Use those leg stabilizers. 2. Last one. Very good. Back to first position. You bring the arm out to the side or out in front of you, wherever you're more comfortable. It's the warm-up. It'll work either way. We're not preparing for a performance. Just the performance of life. We'll just look like we are. Last 8. Oh, very good. And reach it to the back. Belly in, arm forward, lift, and tap. 3. Keep that low belly engaged as you have that slight lean forward. Feel those splits contract all the way up at the top, strengthening your lower back at the same time. Last one. Very nice. First position, allow that arm to relax, and we're going to brush it out to the side and take it back to first position. As you bring that heel in, engage all of those muscles, the inner thighs. You can point the toe as you extend it out to the side. Beautiful. Go ahead and turn it around. And we'll demi-plie. Belly in. Arms relaxed. Very good. Arm up over the head. Lunge you to the front and lift. On our way down. So remember to keep that belly pulled in with every breath. Very good. Arm out to the side. And brush it out and in. 3, 4. Feel those obliques working as you use a lot of control and not just momentum to brush that leg out. Very nice. And to the back, lift. 2. The hips slightly open. So you're using your adductors and abductors. This whole warm-up series is so great for your hips. Not only is it a great exercise for you aesthetically, but it's just great for your overall fitness and health. We're back out to the side. You can allow that arm to relax. And still place that heel next to the other in first position in between each rep. Zipping up your inner thighs in the middle. Here's your last one. Beautiful. Okay. We are going to use our 5-pound dumbbell. And we're actually going to start on the floor right out of the gate. A little bit different than we usually do. So you're going to be on your knees. You can fold your mat in half if you need to. Pull your belly push your butt back slightly. Your pinky is going to point away from your midline, and you're going to raise your arm out to the side, lower down slow. 3. You can keep the neck neutral, and you just want to keep that low belly pulled in as you push your butt back a little bit. Keeps your quads active, keeps your glutes active, your low belly active, and of course we're working on upper back and rear deltoid. 2, and 1. Awesome. Now allow that arm to relax, and then you're going to bring it behind your back, just so that one dumbbell head's right behind your butt cheek, and then you're going to pulse your palm toward the sky. Yep. Belly in, don't lose that core engagement. 3. Very nice. Now, I should have told you to keep your 8-pounder close at hand. Go ahead and bring it down. You're going to lift the chest up, but still push the butt down about halfway, belly in, and we're going to hammer pull into a press and bring it down. Working those major upper body muscle groups with the core deeply engaged and the glutes kind of active as we keep that erector spinae active. This really helps tone through the muscles alongside the back. The muffin top muscles, we get a little bit of a lean forward. Instead of a muffin top, we'll have something that's smooth and firm. What's that?
Apple top.
Yeah, like an inverted apple top with another, I don't know, that last one. I'm thinking that one now. Okay, now, keep this dumbbell in your hand, but you're going to sit back on your heels, and using just a little bit of momentum, you're not doing a front raise, you're just kind of letting your arms float up. It's almost like a kettlebell swing or a single arm kettlebell swing. Really working the glutes and core here. Your shoulders shouldn't feel much pressure because we're not worried about getting to a certain height with the dumbbell. We're just kind of letting it flow. Let's hip stride through. Dumbbell just floats up. Beautiful. Okay, now you can sit the 8 down when you get it ready on the other side. We're taking your 5. We're going back into this position with that slight lean belly, and you can curl your toes under if that helps you feel something that you like. That pinky kicks out to the side, and the thumb comes in toward the midline with that belly active. Very good. And now we're staying with the core engaged and just pulse it back. That inside dumbbell head right behind your butt. That can be your little reminder. If you touch your butt, you know to pulse back up again. That is your alarm. Very nice. Now we get to sit 5 down, pick the 8 up, little curl up, press, and down again. That's right. Thanks, I watched the leader make sure I was doing right.
It's a miracle.
Really keep a firm grip on the dumbbell. That allows you to flex the muscles instead of just kind of flinging it into your joint. You'll end up with angry tendons. Very good. All right, now we're going into our little swing. We're kind of, yeah. Yep, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. Sorry,
I feel like you do it first.
Yep. Just trying to be in sync. Synchronized bar, something or others. This is great practice for yoga too. If you can keep those hips, the hip bones pointed forward, and the knees stacked into the hips. It's really good exercise. We're going to get on our feet. Grab a drink if you need it. We're going to stand. We need our 8-pound dumbbell. And it'll be in the left hand or your outside hand. Toes are going to be forward. And now we're going to mimic that same like swinging movement, but with the toes forward. Squeeze the thighs together. Even bend the knees a little bit so you can have it all contracted, and you're gonna push your butt back, and then drive your hips through and let it float. Abs in really tight. Don't lose your core engagement because this is a great low back strengthener, but if you don't have your core engaged, then you might get like a gentle ache back there, and you might not like that later. So really dig that belly button back toward the spine. Very good. And go ahead and lower it down, step out wide into second position. Bring your dumbbell up with your palm facing forward, sink into a nice deep plie, and then press this up over your head. Deep and press. 4, 5, 6. Still keep the abs in tight. 2, and 1. Very nice. Lower it down. Go ahead and rotate your back foot toward the bar. Sink down, lean forward, arm glute, and we're going to kick back. 2, squeeze the tricep. You can lean forward as much as you feel comfortable to get a bigger isolation through the back of the arm. Keep that back leg bent so that the quads fire. You should feel a little bit of burn back there. Very good. Now straighten both legs. Second position. Bring this dumbbell up over your head. Tighten the core. Drop your fist back. Keep your elbow up and press. Overhead tricep extension. Chest is lifted nice and proud. That extension through the tricep is a nice big movement. If you need to, switch to your 5. If you can't keep that elbow up and forward, just switch it out. Very good. We're going to turn around. Toes and heels and knees and everything squeeze together. Soft bend and take it back. And straighten as you drive the hips through. Allow the dumbbell to float up. Just let that arm relax. You shouldn't really be using any of your strength in the arms right now. They should just be floating. Very good. Step it out wide. Face that palm forward and sink down and press. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Very nice. Bring it in. Bend those legs, especially sinking into that back leg, belly in, arm glute in, and kick back. Nice big squeeze through the tricep. All those muscles are active, even those low belly muscles. Very nice. Straighten out the legs. Bring the dumbbell straight up. You're going to drop the arm back. Squeeze. Arm down. Lock that arm out at the top. Nice big stretch, elbow forward. Very nice. Okay, we're going to turn back. Facing the, well, we'll face you. You face whatever way you want, but you're going to hold this 8-pound dumbbell. Now, inch your toes out even wider so you've got a really wide stance. We're going to sink down, hinge forward, and tap the dumbbell toward the middle, like right in that space between the legs. And then we're just going to lift back up into the plie. Scoop out the abs to keep that low belly engaged. Big stretch through the inner thighs. The dumbbell's just acting more of our guide. If you can't reach the ground, that's okay. You're just moving in that direction. You're getting the exact same benefit, just moving in the direction as long as you're challenging yourself and working on increasing that range. This really helps shape underneath your booty where your hamstring inserts at your glutes. Very nice. Now heel toe, feet together, coming all the way into a first position. We're still holding the dumbbell the same way. We're going to do a demi plie And then bring this all the way up over our head, just slightly stretching so that it comes just a little bit behind the ears. And then as it lowers down, you come back into a dip. Bring it up, dimming. A lot of control. This time, we're not using momentum from the hips to swing the dumbbell up. You are using strength from the shoulders, and this is more posture training than anything. It's not so heavy that will cause a great fatigue to the shoulders. Burn a little bit. If it does feel so heavy, you feel any sort of pinch or pain, switch it to a 5, or doing this with no dumbbell at all, or just holding a towel over your head. You know how it can be holding a towel? It's tough.
Yeah.
That definitely works if you don't have a dumbbell. Very nice. Now keeping that first position, still working on that posture training, belly in. You're going to drop the dumbbell behind the head, and as you raise it, elevate onto your tippy toes. Arms stay up, or elbows stay up. The hands will go up and down. Really flex those muscles. A little bit of a turn out. You're doing great. Flex through those calves. 3. Very nice. Now, toes and heels together, hips square. You're going to curl this dumbbell up, and then your hair on your mouth. Pull your belly and bring this down halfway. You're keeping it in this position. Your arms are going to stay in this position the whole time. Now you're calf raising with your toes together. Up, down, heels down. Up on the toes, down. Doing great. This is one that looks so innocent, but you'll feel it. You'll feel it for days to come, most likely. Very nice. Now, you can face the bar if you want, or face whichever way you want, but we're going to step away from the bar, holding the dumbbell right here. We're going to reach it toward the ground and extend the leg behind you, bring it up, and we're alternating sides, okay? It's harder to do in slow motion. Take it down, bring it up. It's a lot harder to balance than what you would normally think, because usually we have our hands free. Like right now, our hands are together, and the bar is holding them together, so we can't use them to kind of move around. We have to use control through the hamstrings. If you feel like you're out of control, Julie's actually really in control right now.
For a minute.
And I'm all over the place, so it's okay. As you can see, just stretch out those hamstrings. And if you can't reach the ground, that's totally fine. If you need to hold on to something, that's fine too. I'm just here to give you some guidance. Keeping that core engaged and continuing to breathe. 2 more.
I'm actually going to drop off front.
Very nice. All right. Okay, we're facing forward. You're going to step out to the side into a 12 wide stance. You're going to sink down into a low lunge, pull your belly in, lift the outside leg up and down. And you're going to pull the elbows up, kind of working the upper back a little bit. Also kind of helps you engage through the glutes a little bit more. Your whole body kind of pulls together as a system. So let it work harmoniously together. We're happy, we're harmonious. This is fun.
3, 2, have fun.
Awesome. Shift it to the other side. Sink down, lift up. Push that butt back so the knee stays stacked over the ankle. It's going to keep your knees safe and strong. It's going to help you work the right muscles and keep things feeling good before, during, and after. I mean, during maybe is questionable, but kick it out to the side. Squeeze that out the quad, the glutes. Very nice. We're taking it to the floor. You are going to use your 8-pound dumbbell, so bring it in. Feet flat on the floor. Knees bent. Scoop the belly out. You're going to hold your dumbbell right here. We're going to take it to the right, pause in the middle, left, middle. And 3. Really pull that belly in. Don't forget to breathe.
Don't choke.
Yeah. And remember, if at any point you need to take a quick break, just hit pause, grab a drink, jump back in. We'll be here doing this. Always doing things. Very nice. That core is ready to go, warmed up. We're going to take the dumbbell, press it straight up toward the sky, and then put a little half bend in it, just kind of getting those triceps active. Point the toes up toward the sky. Ooh, feel those hamstrings stretch. And you're going to rock your hips up and down. A little bit of rocking. We're not lowering the legs down, we're just pushing the hips up. Keeping those triceps just a little bit engaged. Very nice. Now, go ahead and bring your feet down. Sit back on your mat if you need to. You're going to straighten the arms and lower the dumbbell all the way down to the mat. And now, you're going to lift the arms up just a few inches, engaging those lats and triceps. And then you're going to take your knees, tuck them into the chest, and extend them out. And your arms stay hovering, your hands are just hovering over the mat, keeping those triceps long and active, firm grip on the dumbbell. Just a little bit of a hip rock as you then extend the legs out in front of you, belly in tight. If you feel this in your lower back at all, then just raise the legs up a little bit higher. Very nice. Now, feet are back flat on the ground. The dumbbell goes straight up toward the sky, bend the elbows a little bit, extend them back so we've got that like kind of half tricep bend again. And this time, we're going to roll up into a little tiny bit of momentum and a crunch. So rolling up a little and down. A little bit and down. And again, as you rock back, try not to let that back arch. Think about if you would be able to kind of slip your hand under your back into that space you're creating. Try to eliminate that space so that it's as flat as you can possibly make it. That's going to keep it pulled tighter in the front. It's also going to keep your spine in a healthier position. Almost there. 2. Very good. All right, now, arms straight up toward the sky. Hopefully you're still with me. Leg extended up, and we're going to bring the dumbbell by the ear, and then keep the leg's going to mimic it, coming at a 90-degree angle, and then flex it all. As you flex it and straighten it up toward the sky, you do not crunch, but you do pull that belly button back toward the spine. A little kind of isolation, or just a little tight contraction that you're creating as you exhale. You can inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now, the elbow's going to come in by the rib cage, and you're going to press the hips up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep squeezing those glutes. You'll feel the obliques working here too. Very nice. All right, we're switching to the other side. We've got that 90-degree angle with the leg and with the arm, and we're straightening it all. Nice toe point. You'll feel those hamstrings lengthen. They might need a good stretch now. We've been working them hard today. those glutes. 3. Very, very nice. Okay, reach your arms up over your head and extend your legs out. We're not done with those that upper body work yet, but let's roll up into a seated position and fold over the legs, just lengthening through the hamstrings after that nice, intense hamstring work. All right, lift it up, scoop out the abs and roll down. And you're going to continue to use your 8-pound dumbbell. I'm going to scoot into a diagonal. You're going to have the palm facing in toward your midline, and you're going to go ahead and bring the other palm facing in toward the midline so that your palms are facing each other. Soften your elbows, and you're going to pretend like you have a dumbbell in 2 hands. You just have one dumbbell. Open up into a fly, squeeze together. Doing this movement with one dumbbell, you'll notice a difference in your chest, obviously, because you're using one side more than the other. This is going to give some extra attention to the core, and it's also going to allow you to work the muscles unilaterally, evening out any imbalances. Makes it just a little more intense. Still keep a firm grip with both hands. 2. Very nice. And you're going to go ahead and pass it right to the other hand and open, squeeze. 2. Keep that belly pulled back. Even now, you can kind of pay attention to your low back. Do you have a space between the low back and the ground? Can you pull your belly button in and flatten out that low back a little bit? It's okay to have a small arch on the back when you're supposed to, but while we're training that core, you keep that belly pulled in. Okay, very good. We're gonna flip around into a table. Okay, we're in a table, we're gonna tighten the core, slightly tuck the tailbone under, and we're gonna bring the knee in toward the chest, circle it out, and then bring it back around. We're making just a huge circle with the hips, keeping the knees bent. Circle it up, around, and in. This will feel like goofy at first, or it might not feel like anything, but you just wait. It's not my first rodeo. I know what's gonna happen. And this really does help the muscles through the core, the obliques. You're gonna get a nice tight waist with this. And it's just a nice tie-in right through the inner and outer thighs. And it's also, which you can probably start to feel, works that stabilizing leg. One more. Now, before we switch sides, we're going to reverse directions. Up, out, and in. It's like a massage for the hips.
Only it doesn't feel good.
Sometimes massages hurt. Sometimes they don't feel good until, a few days later. The nice thing is when you really start to feel this one, you can really tell what it's working.
Your other leg.
2. We're gonna have tons of steel. Okay, we're going to the other side now. We're gonna work that. Take it in, back, around. And you don't have to be too obsessed with form here. I mean, you don't want to be bonkers, but you've got a little bit of freedom to move here. Kind of do what, make little adjustments so that you really feel it. Keep that core in the whole time. Neck pretty neutral. One more to the outside. And reverse directions. Glutes burning yet?
Yepper.
Almost there. Okay, now we're switching directions, kicking it to the back, out to the side, and in. And still remember to really scoop those abs out as you're making that circle. Really in tight. Awesome. ahead and curl the toes under, press the hips back, stretch it out in a nice child's pose. You can pedal the feet a little if you need to, and walk it to the back, forward fold, lift the chest up, and we're gonna step the right foot forward and come into a low lunge, nice and stable, gently square off your hips. You can pull that right hip back, left hip forward, sink down and really stretch out the hip. We're gonna start folding over. We're gonna fold over and frame the foot like this. Then, lift up, elbow to the inside of the knee, up and down. That's one. Up, in, up, down. Good. As you take your elbow to the inside of the knee, really pull that belly button in. Use your abdominal muscles. Feel that thigh burning. And if you really lift that chest up, you'll feel that hip stretch on that back leg. This is a tough one, but you can do it. If you need to put one hand on the bar or something to add a little bit of stability or support, go for it. Make any little adjustments needed. But if you're feeling nice, strong, and stable, sink into it, dig deep. Very good. Here comes your last one. Awesome. Nice job. Go ahead and step it into a plank and press those hips back. Pedal the feet a few times. And we'll step that left foot in between the palms. Stretch it out. Square off the hips. And we're lifting it up, in, up, and frame the foot. Up, in, and down. Scoop that belly as you bring the elbow down. And keep that knee stacked over the ankle. Don't, you can have it back a little bit, but don't bring it forward too far. It's coming to get you. It's closing up top. Woohoo! Still with me? Almost there. I think. Are we almost there? 3. All right, we're almost there for sure. Last one. Awesome. Step that foot back. Press the hips back gently, pedal the feet. Woo-hoo. Now walk your palms back. Hang out like ragdoll and go ahead and roll it up. We're going to come to the bar, face the bar. Belly in tight, slightly tuck the hips under. Keep your toes, hips square, toes forward. And we're going to press back, in, and out. And keeping these hip bones perfectly square. That's the movement. Back and out. This is just kind of getting our hips in the right frame of mind for what we're going to do next. Extend it out as far as you can, so you're really working those obliques. But you'll also feel it in the shelf booty, top of the glutes. Here comes your last one. Very good. Now, 8-pound dumbbell. My fire's back there. Okay. And actually, I lied. We want a 5-pound dumbbell. My bad. Okay, 5-pound dumbbell. Use your 8 if you want. But now we're going to keep with that same motion with the hip, but we're not going to do the back. We're just going straight out to the side. Toes together, heels together, hips are square, and we're going to do a pinky raise out to the side, lateral raise with the shoulder, with the pinky up, taking it out to the side. Again, hips are square. It will reduce the amount of range you can get, whereas if we open the hips, you raise the leg higher. So you just get as high as you can. You'll feel that supporting leg really kicking into high gear. Very nice. Now, I'll face the bar, you can face forward. Now you're going to keep this arm glued in, belly in, and you're going to take that whole upper body forward, extend back, stretch out the hamstring, lift up. And your arm is just glued in like it's taped to your side. So you'll still use those rear deltoid muscles and you'll have the lats engaged, kind of keeping everything pulled in, but it's just that little hinge forward. Keep that belly pulled in, chest lifted up. Nice and round. Very nice. Okay, you can sit your 5-pound dumbbell down, and now you're going to face the bar again. Square up those hips, and we're going to do the other side. Leg goes out, in, back. And really keep your foot flexed the whole time. And as you extend back with that flexed foot, squeeze that whole butt cheek. Down now. Really keep that core engaged. It's an excellent core exercise. Also plays into that posture training like we did earlier. Very nice. Okay. Pick up your 5-pounder. Face the other way. And we are going hip square, pinky out. Bringing that leg out to the side as we raise the dumbbell. And isolating the back of the shoulder. Again, keeping that posture. We're just training the core and our chest and our shoulders to stay where we want them to stay. So that when we have our natural movements, we're just holding things. Very nice. Now, we're taking that arm, gluing it into the side, belly in tight, and hinge forward. And just try to pretend like you've got that arm just duct taped around through your chest and your core. You're feeling like you got a lot of extra oomph. Then you can do this one without holding onto the bar. I'm just going to hold on to the bar. But you do you, you know? 3, 2. Very nice. You can sit that 5-pound dumbbell down, and we are going to pick up the 8. We're going to do some stuff to kind of loosen that up now. So we'll come into a first position. We're going to do grand pliés as we kind of work our way toward the finisher. We're going to do a grand plié, sinking this down low, put the dumbbells right in the middle, and then lift the elbow up high. Belly in, sink it down, lift it up. If this does not feel good to you, if you're feeling it too much in your knees, or your hips, or someplace else, then make it a demi or make it a second position plié. But if you've got it, you can keep those muscles flexed and use the balls of those feet, then do it. Very nice. All right, we're going to go right to the other side. First position, sink it down, bring it up. Bring it up. My body wasn't connecting with the brain signal. Really engage through those glutes and inner thighs as you pull yourself up into that standing position. Very nice. You can sit the dumbbell down. Now let's start to loosen up the hips and the lower back by coming into our attitude solution. So arm up over the head, first position, tendu, and we're going to lift and bring it forward and then just kind of swing it back. You can let it swing a little because this should be more relaxed. You're still working that core, but you're just kind of letting it flow naturally. Very nice. Now brush that leg through. Step it out in front of you and fold over the leg. Relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. Let the shoulder blades just spread apart a little. You just hang out down there, feeling that hamstring stretch out. And go ahead and roll up. And now we'll take that front leg. You're just going to hold it in your hand. You can use the bar for balance and just start to press that heel up toward the sky, up and back. We're just stretching out the quad right now. So if you can feel the muscles in the front of the leg and the front of the hip just kind of gently stretching, that's fine. You can take it way back here if you want, or you can just hold it right where you're at. This is all about you and how you feel right now. Just get things long. You can even kind of pulse it back a few times, deepening that stretch. You worked your quads really hard today. Okay, we're going to turn it around. Attitude solution on the other side. Down do, and bring it in and back. Just let it float back there. A little massage. Clearly, I've not had a massage in a long time. Here we go. And now brush that leg forward. And you're going to hinge forward. Fold over the leg. And let's just hang here and breathe. Enjoy this part. Let the head hang. Feel that neck kind of decompress. Allow the shoulder blades to spread apart. And feel all that length through the back of the leg. You worked your hamstrings really hard today too. So you want to make sure you give them a good stretch. Begin to roll up. And now go ahead and grab that foot, the other side. And again, you can just hold it right here if you feel a stretch. If you don't feel much of a stretch, then begin to press that foot back. If your quads are too tight, if you can't hold on to the foot, then you can always stretch your quads just by going into a low lunge and pressing your hips forward. So you've got options, okay? But if this feels like a good stretch to you, and you can even begin to press the foot up and back, you can just make any tiny adjustments needed. You can also let the foot just rest in the hand, and you can press your hips forward as you press the top of the foot into the hand. That'll help you get a nice stretch there too. 3, 2, 1, and release the stretch. Step out into a wide second position. Inch away from the bar a little. Bring both arms up over your head, belly and hips under. We're going to stretch all the way to the left until you can't reach any further, and then just circle through, bringing your arms toward the bar, back to the middle, and now we're going to reverse the direction. Big stretch, circle around, up to the other side, and now we're going to reach down into the middle. Just wrapping your hands around your ankles or knees if you can reach back there, or just allow the arms to kind of hang. You can use the hands to kind of add some resistance to the stretch, pulling your chest closer to that space between the legs. Tuck the tailbone under and roll up. Heel toe together. And you are done. Nice work today.